All right. That can only mean one thing. KBO is back. Our Hanwha Eagles Season 2 getting ready to kick it off here in just a few moments. But I did not quite advance up to opening day because I thought I would let you see how spring training went. I'm not even sure if in the KBO if that's what they consider it. In a game they call it spring training, but who knows if that's what they're saying in Korea when they do this. But anyway, 5-6-1 in the preseason. So a mixed result. We tried some different things with the roster. We played some folks that we wanted to get a look at for the future. So we weren't, we were playing this thing in a lot of ways like you would approach spring training, where you're just trying to get a look at people, see how a guy fits in the lineup one day instead of somebody else, something like that. So I don't think I threw any of my starters more than 3 or 4 innings in any of the games. It's only 12 games. It's not a full spring training like you would have with the major leagues. Full spring training for major leagues is a month or so, whatever. But it's 12 games total. So there you see 5-6-1. You probably figured that out already. Left off, I didn't advance also because I wanted you to see the stats on how we did, just in case you're wondering how the new team is looking, how it's shaping up. We did a 20-minute off-season preview that we threw up on Judgemetaltv on YouTube. So if you want to see a lot of more detail on the transactions that we made, people who are no longer here. If you were watching last year, you'll probably first thing you'll notice is Melendez is not in the lineup. He was a huge bat for us last year. We just go through the finances of that, how we basically couldn't afford to keep him. And we also go through, talk about No's new contract, more really arbitration. A lot of these guys went through arbitration, so we talk about that a little bit. We also showed our preview of the new stadium as well. Looking at our performance so far, again, it's not a vastly different lineup. Melendez is gone. There is one new face in the lineup in center field because we have moved Hyung Bin Moon to left field. 296 at spring training. No home runs, no RBIs against 12 games. Ha, the shortstop, hit 292. Some question marks that we'll see how this goes. With Melendez leaving, there's going to be more pressure on Che to step up at DH. He did not have a great spring. Just 3 RBIs, 182. And there's going to be more pressure on An. Those 2 are veteran guys who are each making over $1 million. The entire budget for this team is $13 million. So $1 million player is a big deal. No, who is the reigning MVP of the KBO. You think he won a Gold Glove. He won the Silver Slugger, or the version of the Silver Slugger at third base, and also the league MVP. He's making about $675,000 after arbitration. So these 2 guys need to pick it up. Ha is the veteran returning at shortstop. We already discussed him. We all know about the MVP. No, looking for big things. There you see 36 home runs, 122 RBIs, 366 batting average, of 433 on base percentage. He was outstanding last year. In-Ho Che is going to start in a platoon, but I kind of feel like he's going to take most of the playing time because I'm going to say this out loud and then I'm going to probably curse it. He's probably going to have a horrible season, I say, but this guy so far in one full season of playing this game, In-Ho Che has put up numbers, 347, just 4 homers, but a 401 on base percentage. So this guy has come through for us so far. Kim, we already talked about Kim in center field. This is a new player, so we'll take a quick look at him. I'm taking a chance on Kim because I look at this. I'm hoping this 65 contact develops. I'm hoping that 55, how do you say that? BABIP? How do people pronounce it? I always say batting average on balls in play because that's what it is, but people have a better way to say it. So anyway, get that up to 50. If he meets his expectations, I'm not concerned about the power. And if he hits a few doubles, great. But I want to see this contact the eye because I want a guy that gets on base. He did in 2023 in 348 plate appearances. Last year, though, it's 638 for Samsung. Just 219, just a 323 on base percentage. So we'll see. But if this guy gets on base, he can do some things. Look at the speed and aggression. He's going to play center field, and we'll see how that works. That's going to allow us to move Moon to left field where we feel like he can focus more on his offense. And beyond that, we've got Jung at second base. Didn't have a great spring. Second half of last year was much stronger, so we're going to give him another shot at second base. And Che got a few hits behind the plate in spring training, so that gives us hope. Rotation looks very much similar because it is basically exactly the same thing. I don't think Lee was in the rotation at the start of the season, but he finished there. Ryu is one of the best pitchers in the KBO, as is Franklin Castaneda. Rough spring for him, but I'm not too concerned about that. Vera still in the third spot. Vera was outstanding last year, faded towards the end, didn't get a chance to pitch in the playoffs, but hopefully we get him back in there and get him a playoff start this season. Lee was a guy that we thought we were going to replace, and we brought in a young man to replace him. He got hurt and is out for a month, so Lee gets another chance. Here is Taein Wan, who we brought in. He's out for another 3 weeks, I guess. So once he comes back, we'll see. We'll see how Lee's doing. If Lee pitches, he'll stay in there. If not, he'll probably just go to the bullpen. That was the plan. Juan was going to take the fourth spot. Lee was going to be in the bullpen. And then Dongju Moon is our fifth starter. He is developing. He's just 21 this year, but the control has developed up to 50, which is what his potential was. We tried to develop an extra pitch. It didn't work out, but it's still capable pitcher right here, and we'll see how he does. So that's the rotation. The bullpen, Joe's still the closer. Kim, we picked up at the trade deadline last year. He'll set up and back up Joe as closer. Mason Erla is a free agent acquisition, foreign-born player, our third foreign-born player, which is another reason why we don't have one in the lineup is because we put all of those guys into our pitching staff. Just wanted to get the depth, and this was the best option that we could afford. But he's a solid guy across the board, throws ground balls. He has good leadership skills. We have a lack of leadership on this team, so that also played a factor. There were some good signs. There were some things that make me a little nervous. One of the things that makes me a little nervous, again, it's 12 games, so it's not 30 games of spring training. It's just 12. We hit 4 home runs, 2 from No, and 2 from Che. So we need Unsung Che, the DH, to pick it up. We need some power from him. He's got power stats, power traits. He has power traits. He doesn't have power stats. Last year, he just hit 5 home runs, 2023. He hit 23. We need him closer to that 23. We don't want to just be depending on No all the time. One other issue that could be here is it's not a deep roster as far as offense is concerned. We do have, where am I looking at? Total money available. We still do have over $1 million available, and I intentionally left that room because I didn't see anything that was going to make a big enough difference that right now that I could do. I didn't want to max out my money and then have go add a pitcher and then have one of my bats go down. Let's let this team play. Then we'll have $1.4 million to play with if something's not working. If we need to get a bat, we'll have money to go get a bat, and we'll figure out how to make it work. But The pitching, I suspect, will be okay. Then again, in 2 weeks, we could have 3 guys hurt, so who knows. All right, Hanwha on the road against Doosan. Jung on the mound opening day. So here we go, the first pitch of the season. And we'll start with a 2-1 count. Moon's got himself a base hit to start the season. Great start for him. Moon can steal some bases. He's a good, solid base runner. I wouldn't say he's a great base stealer. Not very fast. So this is more of a guy to get on and pick his spots. With ground ball to second. Well, that should have been one of the spots. Should have sent him. So we get the double play, 2 down. And it'll bring Che to the plate. There's a lot riding on Che's bat this season. Down 0-2. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Well, won it back. Won it back. So we are underway in the 2025 season. That's cool. Wasn't sure if we were going to get this thing to a second season, but we did. And here we are. Che and Moon in the outfield. You see Che's a 40 out there. They're both kind of. Moon's in a position that he has great potential, and he will develop as the season goes. He was a 35 at the start of spring training. Moon, I'm not exactly sure. I think he was a 30 in right field, but they both have potential to be very solid corner outfielders. So that's why they're there. Ground ball, nose got it. He will throw him out. So Rue gets the first out of the season. So Rue, we're looking to keep him healthy and just be him. And everything will be all right with our opening day starter. He just has to be himself. 2 quick outs. That'll bring Halstead to the plate. Halstead had a solid season last year. Back up the middle. Ha will pick it up. He will throw him out. It's a quick inning for Rue on opening day. We're going to go to the second with no score. All right, so Kim, Jung, and Che, 7, 8, and 9. Kim is 0 for 1. Puts it on the ground, third base side. Bobbles, won't get him. Kim puts it into play, uses that speed. I think we're going to send him. Try to get something going here. Kim running, throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Kim, his first of the season. So a runner to second now, nobody out. Jung behind in the count. Takes a 3-2 pitch down and in, so now we've got 2 men on, no one out. Catcher Che to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Love to see him get a hit right here. Fly ball, shallow right field. That's going to drop. Runners didn't get a good jump because they couldn't be sure it was going to drop. So that gives us the bases loaded there. Nobody out. We will take that, and we will take Hyun Bin Moon at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Led off the game with a single. Pitch on the way, ground ball, second base. Throw goes to second. They'll get 1. Run will cross the plate. Wasn't sure if he had that runner at home or not. Took second. I thought they were going to try to turn the double play. No relay. So contact gets the runner in. So now runners on the corners, 1 out. Ha at the plate. He is 0 for 2. Pitch inside, hits at the shortstop, throw to second, no relay again, so another run will score. KT can't turn the double play. So Rue having some trouble. He's been good. Solid 5, just 3 hits. I think that's his first walk. Yep, that's his first walk of the ball game. They get the guy they want to the plate, and Yang. DH is 1 for 2 today. Pitch back up the middle. That's going to slip through for a hit. It should score a run. Up with it is Kim. Will fire it back in. He will keep the runner at second, but the run does score. So the Bears cut the lead in half. It's now a 2-1 ball game. All right, so nobody out, 2 men on. Rue needs to make a pitch. Ground ball, nose up with it. There's 1, 2, double play. That's the pitch he needed to make. And he'll face Jung, the center fielder, who's 1 for 2, but he can see his way out of this thing. Hard ground ball grabbed at first base by On. Nice play. Ends the inning unassisted. That was a good grab. On's defensive ratings have dropped since we started this game, but that was a great play. That looked like a double all the way. Holding on to a lead. We got the new guy, Erla, throwing in the bullpen. No to the plate. Facing a lefty. What else could we want? 2-1 pitch. Hit hard down the left field line. That's going to get into the corner. No's going to have extra bases. He'll get into second standing up. So a leadoff double. No's on second. Che at the plate. Lefty on lefty. I'm going to let him in there. He's 1 for 3 today. See if he can come through for me here. Here's the pitch. He hit that ball high and deep. Going way back in right field. That is gone. Home run for Che. His first of the season. I'm so happy about that I can't speak because I'm really rooting for this guy. 4-1 ball game. And we are going to go to the 9th. 4, 5, and 6. Due up. So we'll go straight to Joe. Joe was outstanding as the closer last year. And he will step in here for his 2025 debut. Now the crowd's picking it back up. 3-2. Little fly ball in the right. On comes Che. Makes the catch. And that is out number 1. And here's the 1-2. Got him looking with a fastball, 90-mile-an-hour outside corner. He's gone 2 down here in the 9th. And it'll bring Jung, the center fielder, 1 for 3. He'll face Joe. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Fly ball in the center. Kim drifts over, has it all the way, and Hanwha is 1-0. 4-1 victory behind some solid pitching by Rue, some timely hitting, a huge home run by the right fielder, Che. And that's it, 4-1. They overcome 2 errors and some sloppy defense early. You thank Rue for that.